Some of us aren't heartbroken anymore. We are addicted to hope. You are waking up, checking that phone for texts, missed calls, hoping today gonna be the day that they finally reach out. And every time they don't reach out, you sink further to anxiety, you sink further into depression. And a lot of this is self-inflicted anxiety and depression because we become so consumed over a bad breakup, a bad separation. And I get it. We all been there. We have all been there, especially when you love somebody and they call it quits on you, or all of a sudden they don't want to be in a relationship. They wake up and one day decide, yo, this ain't working out. And you never see it coming. It's like you never see it coming. It probably be signs there, but we be so consumed and so in love with somebody that we don't see it coming. We don't see it coming. And we wake up especially that first night or that first week, first 2 weeks, you constantly checking that phone. You got that phone in your hand looking for a text. You waking up in the middle of the night, barely sleeping. You think you been asleep for an hour or two, and it's only been 5 minutes because you constantly hoping that this person reach out. It's like your nervous system would never rest. And what people don't understand, when you're going through this, it affects the way you operate, the way you sleep, the way you go, the way you work. It affects your work. A lot of people don't even eat right. Can't eat, can't sleep. You constantly on the mission to try to fix it. Reaching out, trying to fix, reaching out, trying to reconcile. And that'd be the hardest part because 9 times out of 10, you don't get the results you're looking for. And that's why I say it's self-inflicted, because every time you are met with rejection, you sink further down into that depression. You sink further into that anxiety. Can't concentrate. And it gets hard, man, because the opposite party can come off as heartless. They can come off as if they don't care. They forget, the messed up part about it is when a woman break up with you, or ladies, when somebody break up with you, it's like they become a complete stranger. You don't know who the hell this person is at this point. Because people become so hateful. They forget the history y'all got. They forget the sacrifice. They forget the times you went broke for them. They forget all the stuff you done did for them. You could have just paid all their bills and did everything you're supposed to do for this person. And all of a sudden, they're not happy. Or if you living with them, get the fuck out. Soon as you done paid everything and did everything you're supposed to do, an argument come up, first thing they say is get the fuck out. And that's why you shouldn't be moving in with people or shacked up with people, but that's another topic. But when you are going through a bad breakup, it is so hard to get through that first 3, 4 days, first week. Some of us don't even recover for months. For months. Every song you hear on the radio seems like it's talking about them. You're checking their social media to see if they posted any subliminals, to see if they miss you, or to see if they done moved on. That'd be the worst thing, because we try to fix it so this person won't move on and somebody step in and take our place. Because you got all types of questions going through your head, like, is it somebody else? Is she landing on somebody like she laid it on me? Or she's showing them a trick she done showed me? Is she cooking for somebody else? And you find yourself finding it hard to even try to even move forward or move on. A lot of people have reached out to me behind the scenes saying they going through this right now, where they've been in long-term relationships and they all of a sudden came to an end and they find a hard time picking themselves up and moving forward. They can't envision themselves being with somebody else. And that's where you got to kind of draw a line, because you shouldn't even be thinking about moving on at that point with somebody else. You got to get to yourself and heal properly. Don't take all this residue, all this baggage into a new situationship that you ain't currently over yet. because you're gonna find yourself jumping into the new situation, talking about all this hurt and talking about this person, and it's gonna throw the next person off. But if you constantly reaching out to your ex or constantly reaching out to this person that broke up with you and you pouring all your emotions and I can't do this, I can't think, I can't eat, I can't sleep, that's gonna make you look so weak to them. And a lot of people thrive off your misery. They thrive off your hurt. They love it because guess what's gonna happen? If you show any form of weakness that you missing them, that you just can't move forward, that you can't concentrate, that you can't go to work, because a lot of people start missing work, calling out of work because they are so consumed in this bad breakup. Anxiety got them on edge. But if you show this person that you having a hard time moving on, you having a hard time coping with the situation at hand, they're gonna create more hurt. They're gonna dig deeper. They gonna reopen that wound a little bit more. They're gonna pick at that sore a little bit more. They're gonna pour on the hurt then because they thrive off your hurt. They thrive off seeing you go through it right now, especially if this person have no intention of getting back with you. No intentions on fixing it. No intentions on reconciliation. Every time you reach out to them and tell them what everything you're going through, you can cry them a river. They don't give a fuck. They don't. So stop. You have to let time do its thing. Allow these people to miss you. Allow them to see what it's like not having you there. Allow them to see what it's like not having you there. I went through that situation, man. I was separated from my woman. And I was reaching out every day, crying on the phone, telling her what I was feeling, and I can't eat, I can't sleep, I just don't want to work no more. I feel like giving up. A lot of people threaten self-harm. And what that does is push a person further away. They lose respect for you. They lose so much respect. And you know what I say? You know what? Let me just take a break. Let me just stop this shit. Let me stop this madness. Because it seemed like she was getting off on that. It seemed like she just kept pouring on and on and on. Every time I plead my case and I felt like I was making sense, she moved the goalpost further up. It was like, damn, man, it's everything I say, she find a way to get around it. And I'm like, is this somebody else? Is she fucking somebody else? She entertaining somebody else? And the shit started driving me crazy. So I stopped reaching out. I stopped. I'm like, it wasn't that I gave up. I just said, you know what? I gotta find something else to do because if I keep on, I'm gonna lose my damn mind. She's sleeping. She's sleeping good at night. Most of these people, they sleeping good at night. They won't check on you. They won't make sure you're okay. No contact, but you constantly reaching out. So I encourage you, stop reaching out. Let time do its thing. Find you a hobby. Find you something to do besides be consumed with that person. See, a lot of us are spoiled. You're spoiled. You're spoiled. You want everything to be an instant fix. You looking for instant gratification. You want everything to just work itself out. You rushing right in there trying to fix some shit. Trying to do everything on your own. You got to sit back and pray about the situation first. Because sometimes your rejection is your protection. That's God removing you from a situation to keep you protected from something that's brewing. You feel me? So you gotta look at it like that. Sometimes that's just your rejection from this person is God's protection over you. That's number one. You gotta look at it that way. And you have to let time do its thing. Let them miss you. Just stop. Let's go cold turkey. Stop reaching out. I know it's hard. Stop checking that phone. Stop checking that phone. They're not reaching out to you. They're not. They're not going to text. Don't stop stalking the social media. The fuck you over there looking at the social media for? It's obvious that they're not thinking about you. You up all night thinking about this person. They sleep. They sleeping well, knowing that you hurt. So stop reaching out. Let time do its thing. Let their ass go out there and find out there's nothing else out there. Nothing of value, nothing of substance. Let them go out there and find out the hard way. And if it's meant to be, it'll be. If it's meant to be, it'll be. Let her miss you. Ladies, let them miss you. Let them get out there and find out. Ain't nothing else going on out there. Because there's nothing out there. So stop reaching out. Let them be. And guess what? Eventually, they'll probably come back around. And it's up to you if you're interested in fixing it. I will say this: don't even answer the phone on the first ring. Let them start to wonder what you doing. Because when you go silent on them, when you go silent, best believe they gonna get curious. Okay, he ain't reached out to me in 3 days. What he doing? Now I ain't really mean what I said. You're gonna get all types of apologies. You're gonna get all types of reaching out. Hell, when I did that, my woman, she ended up texting me one night, hey, dinner's in the microwave for you. I know you've been working all day. You haven't called me. What's going on? All of a sudden, she humbled herself. And a lot of individuals will do that. They will humble themselves when they really sit back and think about all the value you brought into their life, all the sacrifice you've made. But it's some people out there are selfish. They don't give a damn about your sacrifice. They don't give a damn about you going broke. And it'll show it. It'll show in their absence in your life or your absence in their life. Like anybody that if you were doing, depending on the circumstances, if you was doing the right thing, you was doing everything you were supposed to do, and all of a sudden a person just flip a switch, and all of a sudden you just the villain, and then what they like to say, oh, you was just controlling, you was trying to do all this to control me, I need my own money, I want to get out here and do it on my own. Like people don't just sabotage their own circumstances like that if it's not somebody else in the background feeding them some bullshit. You gotta look at it that way too, because 9 times out of if somebody just flip a switch and you been that stand-up person, you doing everything to hold this person down and keep this person afloat, or you just been there with with good intentions, people just don't all of a sudden sabotage that unless it's somebody else in the background or brewing. You feel me? So you gotta look at it like that. But eventually, when they get out there and find out there's nothing else out there, when you allow them to miss you, they gonna reach out. They gonna wonder why the hell you ain't been checking on them. Some people are so self-centered and narcissistic. That shows you the selfishness in this person. They only started caring once they felt they were losing you completely. They only start caring when you stop reaching out. They didn't care in the initial first 3, 4 days. They didn't care to check on you to make sure you was okay. Your anxiety through the roof. You can't concentrate. You wondering all day. You just going off on a deep end. They didn't care at that time. Now all of a sudden somebody cared. Got to pay attention, man. You got to pay attention. And I'm just making this video because I've been a lot of people been reaching out to me about bad breakups and relationships they've been through and the stuff they going through right now. And I'm like, you got to let it be right now. You got to pray about it. First, you got to pray about it and forgive them and ask God to forgive you for even allowing your mind to be consumed like that, allowing your anxiety to go through the roof. Because some people don't care. They really don't give a damn about what you're going through. Pick yourself up, get you something to eat, get you some rest. Best believe they sleeping in peace over there. They are sleeping in peace.